Record Zone, Typo Negative. So for all the lovely lads and lasses that are watching home, could you address the camera and just kind of say your name because you're about the size of a small pinhead. So
on that one?
That one right there.
Okay.
Kenny.
Johnny.
Peter. Willie.
All right. That's Willie.
Confused.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
It's Josh. Come on.
Josh is he's the Wild June keyboard player.
He's a Tasmanian Jew.
We had to pull him out of the sukkah. And we caught him eating a ham sandwich.
Wow. You'll beat the zone for life, my friend. It's lucky you're already married.
Now they're going to have to re-circumcise him.
Wow. Yeah.
With the X-Acto knife.
Oh. Just a cube ice to numb the pain. So we're taking questions, of course, from like internet fans who tuned in. And we've been getting a couple hundred already, so we're going to jump right in. Veronica wants to know. Veronica Wild at that wants to know, says, Peter, you've got such a deep vocal style. I don't know if she means that in baritone or just spiritually. She asks,
I think she means it spiritually.
I think she means it spiritually, but then she asks, does it get tougher to sing?
Huh?
It says, does it get tougher to sing as you get older?
Well, being that I could never sing to begin with, it really doesn't make a difference. But no, it doesn't really get tougher to sing as I get older. It's just that we play longer on stage, and that's very taxing. Our last tour, we were on stage for about 2 hours.
Oh.
That's pretty tough, 5, 6 days in a row.
Totally. All right. We're going to take a question for everyone then from Modano Girl, who wants to... All right.
Modano Girl?
Yeah, she says, I saw Peter spread in Playgirl a little while back and enjoyed it immensely.
I figured that was
Laughs out loud. Are there any plans for another spread?
I did it as a goof. You've seen one, you've seen them all.
Okay.
So, probably not.
Who in the band took great amusement to the fact that only 25% of Playgirl's readership was female?
I think Josh mentioned that.
Yeah.
Because I was one of the subscribers, of course.
You were one of the other 75%.
It's even less than 25%.
Wow, that's just an inflated figure.
I don't, if somebody's gay out there and they think, that I'm attractive, well, that's a compliment too.
Right,
just my anus is exit only. Keep that in mind, baby.
All right.
Especially on circus.
Let's see here. Green Eggs wrote in and says, this is for all of you this time. No, I'm telling you. It says, what's the craziest, most fucked up thing that's ever happened to you on stage?
I lost my teeth.
Okay.
I had a temporary bridge in once. Oh, it's in there. The permanent one's in there. But I went up to sing a few songs at the Misfits. They were opening up for us at the time. I had a temporary bridge in, and they don't put the real glue in. It's like a triple bridge. And I went to, sing the first word, my teeth went flying out. So I was like, I was running around in the dark before the next verse trying to find my teeth, and I found them. I picked them up. They had a whole bunch of, dust and, hair all in them. I just snapped them back in and finished the song.
Now you know what it's like to be Mick Jagger on tour these days.
Then you realize you're my teeth. Should have cut back in.
That's even worse. So what about the other guys? I mean, I think the last time I interviewed you guys told me some crazy story, which we won't recount here because I'm sure you have a bunch of new ones, but...
Actually, nothing really exciting has happened since.
I once played
Really?
3 songs properly in a row.
Oh, that's just crazy, man.
It was incredible.
You beat the Sid Vicious record, you know what I mean?
Unbelievable. Never happened again. That's Brooklyn.
Yeah, I know. We've got fine wine in the house tonight.
One product of Brooklyn?
Fine winos, yeah. They're sponsoring tonight's show. Let's see, Lauren O. Negative writes in and says, Vinny said, she needs to learn how to write. Vinny said from Pantera in an online Ozfest chat, you guys, England's favorite band. Okay, that's a great question. Thank you very much. Okay, Vinny in an online chat apparently said that you were his favorite band to jam with. How do you feel about that? Thank you very much. Please write in English next time.
Vinny Paul.
Vinny Paul. Yes.
Oh, it's a total compliment.
I feel the same way.
They're great guys. I mean, it's like they're my 4 missing brothers that I've never had.
Wow. We just played a show with them 3 weeks ago in Mexico City.
Nice.
Really well.
It was a lot of fun.
What are the metalheads in Mexico City like? Pretty fucking intense, or?
They're pretty intense.
Everybody's tan.
That's what I noticed last time I went to Mexico. Crazy. Yeah. I think it's a cultural thing.
What do they like? They don't really speak or understand much English. So in between songs, my rapport with the audience was useless. So I just started going blah, 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 and they love that.
And they still cheer.
Told them not to drink the water.
No. Yes, you did. I said, for those of you out there who like the band, thank you very much. And for those of you who didn't, go and drink the water.
Oh, come and drink the water.
I drank the water, and nothing happened.
But they're used to it. They live down there.
All right. I drank the water. A lot of stuff happened. It was bad.
Really?
Oh, man.
It was revenge, eh?
Oh,
Puking and shitting at the same time?
yeah. It was
That's what I'm
right at the pool, too. I was just sitting there. I was like,
In the pool? He ate McDonald's, ate this and that after he got off the plane.
Well,
And as soon as, right after he got off the plane, he went right to the bathroom in the airport. And I walk in the bathroom, and he's got his head in the sink. Sucking down the water. What the hell are you doing,
I
man?
was so thirsty because I had eaten, so much salty food and stuff, and I couldn't wait because we had to go through customs, and you have to push that button like every seventh person gets searched and shit. And I was like, I don't want to deal with this.
No matter what you do down there, don't drink the water.
You make a time bomb, man.
you guys probably get a lot of problems with custom. They probably just take one look at you and be like,
Not usually. I mean,
Really?
we've had problems. I mean,
Sometimes.
come on, you're an imposing group of men.
I mean, the worst thing that happened to us was in '93 or something like that. We went over to Europe and we took a ferry into Norway, and we all, well, not all of us, but I know I got completely loaded. And they took us all off the line coming out of the ferry, and they strip searched every one of us, including our manager.
With full
Cabin
clothes.
search. No, spread them everything. Just down and play with your underwear.
Wow.
And then
Good times.
they brought dogs on the bus, and then they had the Secret Service follow us around for 2 days. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
That was like the most intense.
Great 2 days in Norway.
Yeah, we had to
You'll
take
never
our
forget.
shoes off once. Take off our boots.
Yeah. And, you know,
Yeah. All right.
they come to your bunk at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they rip the curtain over and shine the flashlight in your eyes. House, you know.
Love
Canadian
the Germans.
customs is tougher than most of Europe.
Canadian customs are a pain in the ass.
They're pretty brutal.
But they've calmed down even too. Canada's calmed down.
Well, you're frequent visitors now.
No, I just think they're making their borders a little more lax because a lot of people complain.
Now because more drugs are coming out of Canada than are going in.
That's why.
Let's see here. Blow Honey writes in and says, I love the new album art. Who did it? Where'd it come from?
I kind of came up with the idea for the concept for the album, and the record company executed my ideas. So it's like 50-50.
All right. Cool. And for people who are tuning in, obviously we're talking about Least Worst Of, which comes out on Halloween this year, October 31st. Buy it now. GetMusic.com. See, I'm just a shill for the man. It's horrible.
Look at you go.
Just a front. Puppet. Buy. Yeah. And, of course, you can check these guys out online at roadrecordrecords.com.
Actually.
Yeah. And you guys have your own website as well.
Typonegative.net.
.net. Don't go to typonegative.com because it's a fan site, right? If I remember correctly.
I'm not really sure what it is at
Maybe
this
it's a
point.
porn site. I remember just going there and not being the real thing.
PAWN, baby.
.net is the real thing.
Okay. Now that we figured that out. Okay. Vamtrax asks Kenny, what kind of guitar and rig do you use?
Fernandez. What the hell's it called again?
Raven?
A Raven.
Raven?
That's what I'm using currently.
Good thing you actually drum over.
What about amplification?
I'm using a Sansamp preamp and a G-Force from TC Electronics.
Don't you own Marshalls as well or something like that?
You have
No,
Marshalls?
You know,
Oh, what?
What do you
Bob?
play?
Huh? Oh, Bob.
Well, I still want to know amplification.
The Roadies collection. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Sweet Lip Sucker writes in, Peter, did you study... Did you study bass or are you self-taught? I love these names.
I took guitar lessons for about 6 months, and then I switched over to bass because the band that I was in, which was called Aggression, with Josh about 100 years ago. They were going to kick me out of the band because I was a rhythm guitarist, and they wanted a bassist, which we didn't have. So I ran down to the store and I traded my guitar for a bass.
All right.
And I actually used to play left-handed, but when I went to trade the guitar in for a bass, the left-handed bass was more expensive than the right-handed one, and so I learned to play bass righty, and it's the only thing I do right-handed.
Wow.
And you got to stay in the band.
And I got,
That
a long time ago, maybe you did.
That was your brother-in-law, yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
That was me.
All right, Countess Cuervo has written in to say, if you guys could tour with any band, living or dead, what band would that be?
The Beatles.
Nice.
Definitely.
You guys actually covered the Beatles at the end of the last record, or did that get cut at the right?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, we kind of lived one of our last dreams by touring with Black Sabbath.
And you were on the
That
Nativity
was
and Black
3
record.
years. 3 years ago. I don't know
Ozfest.
exactly.
When we did Ozfest.
That was great.
Yeah. Didn't you actually get to play with Ozzy at that point? Didn't you guys at one point jam with him on stage or something like that?
We did a track with him, though.
That's one thing.
Kind of, sort of did a track with them.
Actually, there was a show that Ozzy canceled, and all the bands involved went up and made total fools out of ourselves trying to cover Black Sabbath songs. They having rehearsed them didn't work out too well.
That was pretty bad.
That's kind of cool.
It was horrible.
Dancing on your shoulders or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
That was in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus,
Right before they rioted.
And then they rioted and destroyed the place.
That's awesome. But that's kind of like what happened this summer with Metallica when Hetfield was sick, like, Kid Rock and the guys from Papa Roach.
Right.
And Iggy Pop went up and
That's scary,
his
man.
part. Yeah.
Very scary to see, 10,000 to 19,000 people get rowdy all at once.
Kind of way. All right. Blow Honey has another question. She goes, what's your tour schedule like for the sort of greatest hits package? And are you coming through the Midwest anytime soon?
We're going out. Yeah, we're leaving in 10 days. We're going out for about 5 weeks, and it's pretty much the whole country.
Cool.
Not really too sure about the West Coast.
We're going as far west as Denver.
Yeah.
All right.
And we work our way
Kansas,
back
too.
down.
Lawrence, Kansas is on there as well.
I'm just kidding.
Qualifies as a Midwest.
No, a little more.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, I believe is on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis on there. We're going to do like a complete horseshoe around. And we're going to end up playing New York towards the end of the tour.
I think so, yeah. So what's that in like late November, early December, or somewhere in there?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Begins October 26th and ends probably around Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Cool. Where are you going to play in New York? Like Roseland?
Not really sure yet.
It's up in the air right now. I can't say.
It's going to be a surprise.
All right. Is it going to be like a show with like...
We're going to do a block party on East 38th Street in Brooklyn.
Block party, that'd be hot.
We're going to play that funky music, White Boy, and all over the place.
Yeah, you're going to show your turntable skills off?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Scratch a few records.
You guys going to do a little freestyling?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I got my own rhymes and stuff. I'm ready to go.
Oh, you want to do a little something for us right now?
Nah.
You want to go with the club?
$20 if you do it right now.
How about breakdancing? Anyone want to do the turtle? $20 standing offer.
I could break my hip by dancing.
Absolutely.
I think I got $20.
I'll do that.
Just to do the turtle.
Go ahead,
You might have to
Josh.
something a little bit better than the turtle.
Give us some bust down move, man.
Yeah. Can you do like Mr. Roboto, the wave?
Do moonwalk.
Show them how you warm up before you go on stage then.
I'll do it.
The Captain Rock. No, there's just one stance you do though. It's like this super.
You have a comic book made after you, man.
I do.
Do you really?
Tell them Captain Rock.
Captain Rock, is this online only? Sergeant Rock. Sergeant Rock keys on. All right. All right, we got a question from De Beers, who wants to know what it was like working with Tommy Iommi.
Tony Iommi. Tony Iommi.
Yeah.
Does
I
it
know
say
that,
Tommy?
but they don't. It does. And it's spelled wrong, too, last name.
It was a great honor. Tony was a really, really nice guy. Has a great sense of humor. Excellent guitarist, of course. And I felt like a 16-year-old fan. I just, I could not believe that I was there working with him. It was unbelievable.
Were you at all intimidated when you first started recording? And
A little bit, but then I started drinking, and I was like chasing him around the studio naked and stuff. So it worked out pretty well.
yeah, I saw that in the Doors movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got the idea from.
Yeah.
I said,
Some hot shit.
rip and roll.
Excellent. Let's see here. Viola Band writes, the emails that you all get from your website, do you read them and do you ever answer them?
I do. I read all my email and I answer all of it.
Wow.
I try to answer. I answer most of it. A lot of it. Some of it's not even questions.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, you guys.
Hey, you guys are great. You guys is badass, man. Stuff like that.
What do you say in response to that?
No,
Thanks.
I
Yeah, will you write back?
Right back, thanks. I mean,
You're welcome.
it's a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
man. I mean, I get a lot of stuff. I just got a whole new batch in, and I really haven't dug into it yet. I've done a few questions.
A lot of people have.
It takes me a while.
It seems like now a lot of people are using our email as a tool to try to get backstage passes now for the upcoming tour.
And you're like,
Yeah, that happens.
yeah, really?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Dude, hook me up.
It's my friend's birthday.
Oh, really? All right. How about we trade? You know.
And now, I'm getting a lot of people are sending me like daily jokes and stuff.
Dude,
like
that's
they added
cool.
me to their daily joke list.
Trash email shit.
Oh,
You guys get a lot of pictures though, like a lot of attachments, like strange women.
yeah, I've gotten pictures.
A couple.
A lot of porn stuff.
Yeah. A lot of strange Mexican
don't
donkey
appreciate
porn.
Not too much. I mean, download something and wait. There's something idiotic.
No, it's nothing worse than you. You're on the 56 sticks.
I'll stop sending those. I'm sorry. Please do immediately.
Let's see here. Duc de Chatenois wants to know how much fun did you guys having doing the commentary on After Dark? And don't say you hate watching yourselves. We all heard you laughing.
We were laughing at ourselves. We had a good time doing it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to sit there and be able to make fun of ourselves.
When are you guys going to be on The Simpsons is my question. Come on.
Oh, we're not that funny.
No, you made great Simpsons characters.
I think the Who were just on The Simpsons.
Yeah, they were.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I would love it.
Oh, Roger. It's the best piece of acting he's ever done.
Immense popularity, I would guess.
No, I don't know. They like to throw in like strange pop culture references every once in a while. Who knows? All right, Atheist Evolution. Where are these names coming
I've
from?
seen that name.
Atheist Evolution wants to know then, do you think being viewed as a sex symbol has a positive and negative effect on your music, and in what way?
I was going to, actually.
What do you got?
Not 2 inches.
Trick, scam, skaboodle, zing! Walked right into that one. So, gentlemen, do you feel as being, pin-ups for the X generation helps or hinders the music? I mean, really.
Depends what kind of band you are.
Well, what kind of band are you?
What kind of band?
Generally, does it help or?
He's talking about us.
I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about your
What's
insane
the matter
sort of
Brain dead.
Dane bread. Oh, God.
pain, but Alex.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, if people want to come to a show for any reason, whether or not they think we're sex symbols or they like the music, or they've come to a show to stab us, which has actually happened.
Really?
As long as they pay to get in, we don't really care why you're there. We just hope you get something out of it.
All right, and that you don't get stabbed by the end of the evening.
No, someone else did one time, yeah.
Really?
It wasn't
Yeah.
us, yeah. It was a show. Where was this? Out west?
I was in San Jose, the event center.
Apparently, a member of Type O Negative fucked around with this guy's wife.
Came to kill one of us.
We didn't know which one it was.
Either us or
Wow.
Danzig.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think he did mention Type O Negative. And he actually managed to stab the ticket clerk. Killed this guy for, no reason because the guy tried to stop him from going in.
Jeez, man.
And then our bus driver tackled
Who was like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
the guy.
Apprehended him.
And I think
So the
we
cops got
missed a couple of shows because there was all kinds of forms and paperwork.
Wow. It's crazy.
He's dead now, isn't he? The bus driver?
Wow. All right.
Oh, I'm not sure. No. That wasn't Willie.
No.
That was Mike.
Mike, isn't he dead?
Mike, if you're watching,
I don't know.
call.
People are dropping like flies, man.
All right. Yeah. Okay. That was kind of a melancholic question. Took us down a notch. So, Velvet Goldmine just wants to know why do you guys always play Philly on Halloween? What's the connection?
Roll of the dice, there was no connection.
Actually,
Is it
what
just
had
by
happened-
accident, though?
What had
Is that
happened
just-
originally was it was really hard to get a show in New York City for Halloween.
Yeah.
So what had happened was go to the closest city, and
Teaneck.
right, and then they didn't have a show available.
Oh.
So then we had to go to Philadelphia,
All right.
and then from there it just became like this thing. It became became like this thing onto itself. Yeah, tradition.
Totally. Now, do
And
you
now
always,
I think this is like the 4th year in a row that we're going to be playing the Truckadero on Halloween.
I was gonna say, what's the gig? Okay, truck it out.
And it's always a lot of fun. So it's that's certainly been an incentive.
Yeah. Do you always get do you get the freaks dressing up?
Yeah, Philadelphia's a pretty wild city.
Yeah. All right. Hell of a cheesesteak. Let's see here. Kitty MHZ wants to know what's in your CD players right now. What do you guys most recently buy?
Dust.
Oh, really? It's a hot one. It's a good record. Great stuff.
You mean as far as favorite bands go?
Yeah, I mean, like, what are you spinning currently?
Cocteau Twins, Laibach, Devo, Beatles, Black Sabbath.
Did you get the Cocteau Twins greatest hits, or are you listening to, like, all the old
Is that
albums?
the BBC session one?
There's a BBC session one, and there's one that's called, like, Starlight and Mothballs or something like that.
I don't believe in greatest hits albums.
Which brings us, of course. No, we won't segue into that. What are you guys listening to?
Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes live at the Greek.
Oh, nice. Bummer they're not doing the tour.
Yeah, I know. I got to see it in July, though, in Jersey.
Yeah, that's
pretty cool.
Roseland. It was a good show.
Very.
Kenny, you going to weigh in on this?
Right now, I have Ziggy Stardust.
Oh, good record.
In my,
I actually hear that Beck just covered Diamond Dogs.
Oh, really?
With Timbaland producing. Yeah, should be an interesting combo. But to segue actually back into the point you made, you don't believe in greatest hits packages yet. Yeah. You guys just released a sort of greatest hits.
Paradox.
I know, you're a living paradox.
I'm an orthodox. Orthodox.
Orthodox. Why did you guys decide to do it, or is this, just another case of the man trying to make an extra dollar?
That's pretty much accurate.
All right.
But it was a contractual agreement that at some point we had to produce a greatest hits album with 2 new tracks.
Oh, okay.
Which will be out October 31st at 10:31 in the morning.
10:31 in the morning?
Plug.
10:31.
Nice. That's cool.
We tried to keep it a little interesting instead of just repackaging the same old shit and just putting it out with a different cover on it, though. Most of the stuff has never been released on any of our full-length studio CDs, and like you said, there's the unreleased tracks and B-sides and
rare tracks.
Yeah.
Rare tracks. All right.
If I was a fan, I'd buy it.
Okay. It's got the tweaky keyboard mix or something it's called. Cheese organ mix of my girlfriend's girlfriend. If only you had me write your copy.
Next time.
All right. You call me, I'll do
It'll
it.
be on the bios.
Let's see here. Chameleon wants to know, as you guys get older, have your views changed or your attitudes changed from, say, a decade ago? Okay, that's a nice broad question that I think we're all going to answer yes.
Everybody changes, even day to day. A decade, sure. I'm not the same person I was. And 10 years from now, I won't be like I am right now.
I am the same infant I've always been, with absolutely zero growth in any area whatsoever.
With a lot of regrets, as your bio says.
Not really, no. That was just written in there.
They lied. Again. Gentlemen, have you changed, or are you still the infantile beings you once were?
I believe in God and wipe my ass now. And I floss.
Yeah. That's interesting.
For all you kids watching.
I hope to think that I've had some kind of change over the last 10 years, depending on who you talk to, though. It's pretty subjective.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take something a little lighter. The second Drudge Skeleton wants to know, does the song "Everyone I Love Is Dead" relate to a personal loss, or is it a fictional account that you created?
Absolutely. It has to deal primarily with my father and some aunts and uncles. I come from a very large family, and most of my relatives were quite old. So it was great when I was a kid. Christmas, Thanksgiving, the family was all there, and there was a lot of love and everything. But as I grew older, they started dropping off like flies. So being that we tour a lot, sometimes when I get to see my relatives, they're dead. Which sounds funny, but it's not.
Thank you for that light question.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought that was good. Yeah, no, I thought.
You just blew my whole head.
I was actually looking at something else when I said that. All right, we got a question for Kenny from the French fan De Chat Noir, who wants to know, Kenny, what's going on with your writing? Sex is dead? Question.
I haven't really haven't anything up on it. I actually do have something up on the board, 2 pieces, but, I got a quarter of the way through them, and I am currently preoccupied with other stuff.
So it's on the back burner. All right. Okay, there is a lighter question. Barry, a cello fan, wants to know, who's the hottest chick in rock? I think
Josh.
Can't take him anywhere.
Johnny's the hottest chick in rock.
He's the hottest chick in rock.
Aside from Lita Ford. We can leave her out of that one.
She's a slut.
Oh, but she was hot during the day, man.
No, it's not Courtney Love.
No.
Melissa Etheridge?
No, she's almost the guy. No,
Get
wow.
out of here. For so many reasons, it's just. Come on, I mean, what do you think? You like your Sarah McLaughlins of the world, Dido? I mean.
I think the ultimate woman is Elizabeth Hurley.
Ah, no doubt.
She is.
Her name is Elizabeth.
Shut up. I knew it. How much do we pay you to be in this game? You walked right into that. I know. Don't rub it in there. I'm having a good day.
We're all very happy. So, any thoughts? You know, no one's going to vote for Sean Colvin. No Paula.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, come on. Sean Colvin had that song, Sonny Came Home. Grammy Award winner, Sean Colvin.
You know of a band called Curve?
Yeah, totally.
Tony Holiday?
Yeah, she's hot. Totally. Did you get that tape? Man's an unstoppable force.
She's milk fed.
Yeah. You know who's also cute? Is in the same kind of vein as the girls from Lush, who unfortunately broke up, but Mickey and Emma.
Okay.
Too. But I could talk about this for years.
I still stick with Josh.
Yeah, he is a cute
The
girl.
hottest chick.
Lesbian.
Let's see here. Lauren O Negative writes, besides Pantera, what other bands do you respect?
Respect all bands.
Even like shite bands, like
I think
of the world?
I think a better question might be which bands do we disrespect. We've had bands that we brought out on tour do really fucked up things that I'm not going to mention right now.
Okay.
But they involved assaults on our crew members and stuff like that. But I'm not going to mention who it was. And shouldn't bite the hand that feeds.
All right. Did you kick them off the tour? Personally beat
The
them?
mistake was no, we did not. That was the mistake.
Oh well, it'll all come around. Karma has a way. Let's see here. Unsuccessfully coping writes in and says, we know you think highly of the Beatles' work as a band, but what do you think about those solo projects? I mean, for Christ's sake, that Ringo thing last year was a debacle. I think they must be referring to a Storytellers episode.
A big friend of mine worked on that tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I liked Wings.
Wings was awesome. And so was Johnny Lennon's song.
John Lennon's
solo stuff was great.
After somebody attains...
You were saying something?
They smell like onions, right?
After you've attained, such a tremendous role in music that even if people don't like what you've done, you certainly have a right to try it by far.
Sure.
So, shut up.
Come on.
George Harrison lost a lot of money in his stock market.
Yeah. I was going to say, what about his great sitar records of the
He lost everything, didn't he?
on there. All right, here. I love this girl's name, Sweet Lipsucker. Writes in again to say, are you guys voting this year? Who are you voting for? And what would you make a president if you could pick his qualities or her qualities? Yeah, thank you, Sweet Lipsucker. She's intelligent and verbose.
I do want to vote. I have to call to get an absentee ballot because we're not going to be home on election day.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you guys have presidential?
I'm a Republican, which everyone thinks is a joke, but it's not a joke. I'm actually really a technocrat, but that party has yet to exist.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to debate this year, I heard.
No, they weren't.
They were out in the parking lot with Nada the other night. How about you guys on a state level? Are you a Lazio or a Rodham Clinton fan?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hate both, but I would keep Hillary out at any cost.
I don't know why she's running in New York. She's from Arkansas, but I do have a lot of respect for her. For staying with her husband. That must have taken a lot of strength and courage.
Totally.
Because he's fucking around, and everybody knew that she got cheated on, and she stayed with him. I don't know how many women would have actually done that.
She did. She's blowing guards.
Blowing gorse?
That's
Oh, God.
Secret Service is going to be outside your house tonight, boy.
Let's see here. Them Collard Greens wants to know. Thank you. Do you guys feel any inclination to collaborate with bands along the lines of your genre of music? A band like Tool, for example, or would you ever branch out and do like a hip hop, jazz comp?
I mean, I think we would love to
see him doing
collaborate. Yeah, right.
Yo.
It's going to be the Great White Dope.
Yo, boy.
There's just no time for it, really. You know, especially with this forthcoming release on Halloween, we have a lot of interviews and we have to start rehearsing for the tour. And Johnny and Josh, their wives are pregnant, and so they'll be having little ones on the way in a while, and Kenny's got a daughter. So there's really no time, and he's got that fucking fish tank. Every time he buys a fish, it's like throwing money down the toilet because he dies. He buys those fucking puffer fish, and he buys those fucking sea monkeys that died on you.
So I guess that Fat Boy Slim collaboration is just out of the picture.
That's not gonna happen.
Not
I mean, I was hoping I had my fucking testicles crossed, but
after the
I blew it, man.
Yeah. And after the Puff Daddy remix fell through a couple years ago.
Daddy, I know that. I would talk about that.
Actually, did you see that Jennifer Lopez dumped him? Actually, finally. So it's all we all have a free shot at Jennifer. The one with the gorgeous ass, I believe, is the phrase you were looking for.
Glorious gluteus.
Yeah, we love Jennifer and all of her great body parts, which are actually worth $1 billion, apparently. She insured them for $1 billion.
Her buttocks?
The entire body for $1
billion.
No, I mean, I wouldn't pay $1 billion for a piece of it, but I mean, you know, if she wants to pay the insurance, claims, that's fine. Let's say In Depth Evil wants to know.
Can we smoke in here?
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Are you kidding me, man? A closed environment.
We got windows here.
Please, open them up.
Yeah. All right, we got a question. In Depth Evil wants to know, if you guys could be any superhero, who would it be, and what superpowers would you have?
Aquaman. Superpower? I'd never have to go be a terrestrial being ever again.
Indeed, indeed.
That would be Ultradox with the capability of nagging someone to death.
Being a paramediac, the Torch from the Fantastic Four.
Johnny Torch.
Johnny Torch.
Flame on.
Preheat. Preheat the oven.
Who would I want to be? The Invisible Man.
That'd be a great. The things we could get away with. Though, actually, did you guys see the movie?
Yeah.
Hollow Man?
Yeah.
Which actually should have been called Horny Man, because that's all he did the whole thing. He's like,
Look,
look, I'm
so
invisible.
great about it. So
Dude, after a while, you're
he
like,
had
come
all the power
on.
in the world.
And all he wants to do is like...
He's invisible, and the
rape
first
his
thing
neighbor.
he did was go feel up a girl, which is exactly what I would do.
The movie had no plot.
It was
all effects.
And just
if you
yeah.
take effects away from a movie and there's nothing to it, then it sucks.
The effects are great.
The effects were great.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's worth paying the money.
But my question is, just because you're invisible, does it take being electrocuted, shot, hit over the head, and fucking drop down an exploding shaft before you die? No, and drowned, and partially drowned. I mean...
It's like Cape Fear.
But that was Cape Fear.
That was a good movie.
All right, here we...
Hey, cancel it.
Let's see here. Let's see. Blow Girl wants to know...
Where are these names coming from?
These are close fans of yours.
Little girl, you just answered one for me.
No, I think we did Blow Honey.
Blow Honey?
Yeah. We have a whole Blow...
something.
And then there's Blow Me.
And then there's Blow Me, exactly. Let's see here. 12 Black Rainbows is the best of your unreleased tracks. What's the story behind the song?
That's a black rainbow for each month. Things never get better, they just get worse. I live my life waiting for something that never comes.
Okay. So how about the music? Has it been sitting around for a while and you just put the lyrics to it? Or
No, that was recorded during the World's Coming Down sessions. That's also on The Least Worst Of.
All right. Which is available right now at getmusic.com. So good. And
Don't buy it. Well, this is
You
a
can pre-order it.
show, right?
No, you're live.
We're shooting live right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh. Well,
You're on the air. Hello out there. Internet land.
Don't worry. Let's see here. Jezebel Lee says, you guys have said that Pink Floyd has had a lot of influence on you guys. Have you ever considered covering one of their songs?
Dark Side of the Womb.
I think it'd be too similar.
Ooh. Which, who else? Who played with that? Ministry played with that title.
Dark Side of the Womb?
No, they did Dark Side of the Spoon.
Oh, really? Oh.
Came out earlier this year.
I know something about that.
We do In the Flesh, the intro to it.
Live.
We play it live to start the show. We've been doing that for the last year.
Cool. Oh, have you ever thought about doing the type
Not
of?
really. I haven't thought about it, but that's a good idea. Though. So
Sure,
you get
you heard
10% finder's fee.
I saw Jerry Cantrell do Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, really?
It's probably one of the best covers I've ever heard.
Now, was this when he was doing his like Boggy Depot solo tour, or was when he was with the Chains?
No, this is when he was doing his solo thing. I saw him at the Bowery. Bowery Ballroom.
Excellent. Let's see here. Wolf Shant has written in to say, what record labels are you interested in signing for after your Roadrunner contract is finally deceased?
There is the remote possibility that we may sign with Roadrunner. But as far as labels we would like to choose, I think there is no such thing as a good or a bad record label. It all has to do with the contract you sign. Mm-hmm. If you don't hire a good lawyer and you sign something that's shit, which we did, mm-hmm. It's not so much the fault of the label, but of the band members themselves.
And so you feel that after this, you obviously know what you're going to be looking for, because every time I've talked to you guys, you're always bitching about your contract. Oh, you really?
I would love to sign to a major, but one of the more positive aspects of being on Roadrunner is that we're a big fish in a small pond. Mm-hmm. And we get a lot of attention, whereas I'm afraid if we ever went to a major label, we'd be kind of just like shelved or lost in the shuffle.
All right. And actually, your contract did expire with the release of the Greatest Hits package?
We have to give them one more studio album.
Oh, okay. When are we going to expect a studio record?
Hopefully this time next year. That is our goal right now. But we haven't even started to rehearse for it, nothing. We just want to do this tour. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we'll have more of a working plan.
All right. Cool. Let's see. Hell's Cowboy has written in to ask, what's the story behind Kill All the White People?
The story is it was a socio-political test to see if people would still truly hate me and or Typo Negative for writing that song, which they should. Because it's like, as I said earlier today during another interview, I find it strange that whenever a black person uses the word nigger, mm-hmm. it's okay. If a white person uses the word nigger, it's not okay. It should be either totally okay for anyone to use that word, or nobody should ever say it. Because thinking that a black person has the right to say it is also quite racist. So I was hoping, to be crucified to the song, but it never happened.
All right. You're just waiting for the cross to come.
Waiting for the cross to come. Upside down, of course.
Let's see here. Cantera411 says, do any of you guys have solo projects that we can expect to hear from, aside from yours that we talked about before? And that's in the future, obviously. Sex is Dead.
That's writing.
Oh, it's just regular music?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's stories, it's not music.
Ah, all right. Did not know.
I think as far as side projects go, it's the same story with collaborations. There's really no time. Either, with this band, it's either feast or famine. Mm-hmm. Either there's no sleep or no rest, or we have like nothing to do for very short periods of time that we really can't start anything because we're going to have to move again.
All right. So don't expect anything soon, guys. Sorry. Rainbow Bright Goth has written in to say, if you could time travel to any period in history, when and where would you visit? That's a thought.
I would slap my father on the ass 9 months before my birth and get him off my mother.
I'd go to the late Cretaceous. Oh man, I want to see, a T-Rex and the Brachiosaur.
Great adventure. Late Cretaceous.
Johnny, Josh, you want to weigh in? No, you don't want to travel.
1969, the Fillmore East. I like go see Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix and all that.
Nice. All right, fair enough. Swankenstein.
Hey.
Asks, what's the story behind Stay Out of My Dreams? It sounds like a twisted love story, but I could be wrong.
That's right.
Yay!
It is kind of a twisted love story. I was in love with this girl, Tara, about 7 years ago, or 6 years ago, something like that, and I was involved with someone else at the time, and I couldn't fully commit to her. And I don't think that there's a day that goes by that I don't think about her.
Wow. So it's like the Lost Love song.
Pretty much. I made the wrong decision.
Tara?
I love you!
If you're watching.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
Let's see here. Tempest Too Wicked wants to know, what's your idea of a fan who has gone too far?
A fan that pays to get into one of our shows.
That's just ridiculous. And if they sell it for $25 for the T-shirt, then they're obviously white.
35.
Really?
Well, we don't set the prices for merchandise. I think that merch is way overpriced. And
costs more than a ticket sometimes.
I love bootleggers. I like to see somebody making money off a Typo Negative. We don't.
So you want to see the other guy, the counterfeit ticket guy,
That's it. No
the
problem with
bootlegger.
that.
Hey, this reminds me of Napster. This wouldn't be an internet chat unless I asked about Napster. And the last time you guys
You
did
really
a
want to
chat,
open up a can of worms.
well, no. Quickly was the last time we did a chat with you is we played 3 songs off the new record after the chat, and you guys were really concerned that someone would tape them and then bootleg them and sell them before the album hit straight. Not from us though, but now obviously with the whole Napster revolution, you can go to Napster right now and find every unreleased track that's on, at least worst of.
Of course.
And
There's nothing to debate. It's absolutely criminal, and that's it. There's not a debate.
okay. Well, some bands
Still
are
music.
for it.
Well, I don't know.
Debate.
Bands aren't. People aren't in bands for their health. They're in bands because.
Girls.
Well, that's true too. But they love what they do, and that's how they make their living. If people are going to download music, if there's not going to be any CD sales because people are just burning CDs and downloading, there's not going to be any bands. We could not afford to stay in this business if say 50% of our music was downloaded, whereas maybe losing 500,000 sales. Forget it.
Yeah.
So anybody that is going to download anybody's music is they're just a plain thief.
Yeah.
Damaging bands.
I mean, yes, I do love to see the record companies get screwed. I love it. Okay? But they're fucking the bands too.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. And there's a fact that I always bring up that I'm sure you guys can attest to for every $1 that a band makes off a record company makes around $8.
I don't doubt that.
More than that.
Well, if you consider
they make more than
that's
that.
just sale price.
I think every quarter we make up.
I don't want to know about your contract.
We'd have to make $1.
Yeah, right?
So you get what was
I don't
quarter
even
piece.
know.
That's what
It's
6.25%.
It's down there.
It's really small.
Yeah.
Because it's also the distributor. It's everyone else involved too. It's not just the record company.
Everybody gets a piece.
Everybody gets a piece. The whole business is set up for all these bigwigs to get a big cut of the pie.
Then there's publishing and tour support. And anyway, we don't need to get
It's
into
a long story.
It's a long story. Go buy a book.
That's all boring stuff.
Yeah. Let's see here.
It's a long, penniless story.
Exactly. Let's see here. Fyodor asks, I can tell after looking at all of your albums that you have an eye for fine art and design. Who are some of the artists and designers that you enjoy working with the most?
I don't have any one.
Robert Moses.
Robert.
What about the book for October Rust that you got the photographs?
That was from it was called Forest. I don't know who the author was, but our interest in our products has to do more with graphic design than the actual artists
Gotcha.
themselves. I don't think there's any one artist that I really like a lot that I could,
Not
say
even like
her name right now.
Not even like your Salvador Dali's, Michelangelo's of the world.
Oh, I love him because he was a great communist. But no, he's not one of my favorites.
Gotcha. All right. Actually, Pete, we've got a question for you in specific. Night Mistress 666 asks, are you going to re-release any more Carnivore stuff?
As a matter of fact, that's in the works right now. We're going to be putting out the...
You're going to re-release it.
Putting out the 2 Carnivore albums. They're going to be remastered. Some of the tracks are remixed with new artwork.
Oh, nice.
So I'm kind of proud of it. Typo Negative had a lot of problems with me being in the band because I was in Carnivore, and there was a lot of misunderstandings. People thought that I'm like a totalitarian, well, which I am. So I'm free to admit that.
Okay.
People were saying I was like a right-wing extremist, left-wing. I'm a mid-wing extremist.
Okay.
Let's get that clear.
For all the pundits you needed to know tonight.
That's it.
I've been told we have time for 3 more questions, so if you're writing in with questions, hurry up. There's already 1 pick, so we have a chance for 2 more slots. And Brittany Goth fan wants to know, what's the story behind your song, Go to Sleep?
What?
Go to Sleep? That was,
What's the story behind the song Go to Sleep?
That was from the Witchblade CD thing I did with Mark Pivanetti, who was actually the guitarist from Carnivore. He wrote the song.
Gotcha.
I just played it. So I'll have to put this person on the phone with Mark because I have no fucking idea what the song's about.
Okay. You heard him. We can't help you.
Have a 45-minute explanation for
At least.
Let me tell you a story.
Oh, wow.
All right. Second to last question from Ivana4685 wants to know from each of you, what's the favorite concert you've ever been to?
Probably my first one, which was August 27th, 1979, Madison Square Garden, when actually Josh and I saw Black Sabbath and Van Halen.
Nice. Who was Van Halen opening up, or was it at the point they
Van Halen was opening up for
Wow. Yeah.
Black Sabbath, and that was with the original lineup. And I think it was right after that Ozzy had left, and they had all those problems and stuff. So.
Wow.
But
Good
that
show.
was really good. Really good show.
Is that your favorite as well, Josh?
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Jack. TT Quick at Lemoore, September 21st, 1984.
When he lost his virginity.
is that when you threw up?
Simultaneously.
You're very nice. Just throw up and then make out with some chick with corn in your teeth. You know?
That's hot image, man. Johnny, you have a favorite one, man?
Yeah, it's probably Kiss at Madison Square Garden, July '79. The original lineup before they broke up with the makeup and everything.
Before you had hair on your nuts.
Oh yeah.
Were you part of the Kiss Army back in the day?
I can't remember. I remember having the shirt.
Oh, all right.
I don't think I was. I don't think we had the money for that.
Yeah, you didn't have a little badge.
I was
The back patch?
in the
You have the
soul.
back patch?
I was, Kiss Army in the soul.
You're scratching it into your arm with a paper clip in science class? Yeah. I had a kid in my class do that. Smart kid. Finally got a tattoo of Chevrolet on his arm, and they spelled Chevrolet wrong. I kid you not. It says Chevrolet. I was just looking at it, like, he came in, he was all boastful, and he's like, dude,
Look.
I'm a Chevy man. I'm like, dude, they fucked it up. That's what you get for going to fucking Toothless Farmer. I'm from upstate New York, so everybody does that to me. All right, last question here. Black Dawn X wants to know, are you guys happy with the success you've achieved so far in your career?
No, what more?
More.
Or be big, big.
Big, big?
What more, man?
I'm pretty happy with it. I never thought that we would come this far. Typo Negative just kind of started off like a hobby. We had day jobs, and at some point, it was about 5 years ago, we had to make a decision as to whether or not we were going to do this full time, because it began to be impossible to have a career, well, dual careers. So we all kind of like made a decision to go with the band. I don't think that I could have gone through life wondering what could have been if I kept my job working for the city. It would have always haunted me.
Definitely.
But I think we did pretty good. I mean, I don't think we're doing great, but there are many people that are not doing as well as we are, and there are a lot of people who envy us because we have something that they want.
There's still lots for us to do.
Absolutely.
Cool. We've achieved a lot. I mean, if you look at the odds, it's almost impossible to achieve as much as we've achieved. We got, 2 gold albums.
We're just 4 days from Brooklyn.
Platinum. But yeah, I mean, we're at that point, where if we just kicked it a little further, we go over the top, and then we don't have to worry about anything for the rest of our lives.
The main problem is that we've been at the same level now for about the last 3 or 4 years, and things aren't getting worse, but they're not getting better. And we just want something to happen so we can get to the next step or take a step backwards and deal with it.
Because otherwise you end up like Lemmy, and you don't have the choice
There
to
you go.
stop.
Just do the Motorhead tour.
Yeah.
You got to play. You're 60 years old and you got to hit the road because, first of all,
I heard he got his warts pierced.
First of all, nobody's going to hire you on the outside of the regular world for a job anymore. I mean, you're clueless. You've been doing music for so long, you don't know how to do anything else. You're too old, so you're screwed. screwed. So the only way to make money survive is to stay on the road. And, I'd like to have a choice one day. I love touring. I love playing music. It was the center point of my life. But when I want to stop, I want to have the choice to say, okay, I can stop.
Who was your idol, Johnny? That guy, the male prostitute?
Frank Garvin.
That's what Johnny wants to do.
Frank Garvin, male prostitute.
Well, on that note, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I want to thank everybody for sending so many questions, especially Blow Honey and all permutations of Blow that wrote in. Sweet Lip Sucker. And if you want to email us at events.getmusic.com. Check out Typo Negative at typonegative.net.
Yeah,
check out Least Worst Of today. Pre-order it at getmusic.com. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Love someone